Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Back again with my first video of 2025. Got some exciting stuff happening, although it's not pinball related at this moment. Do have a pretty exciting new toy, I guess you would say. I'm going to call it a toy. That my wife, apparently I was a pretty good boy this past year, and my lovely wife got me a brand new toy. So I'm going to check it out here in a second. We're going to open it up and we're going to make our first. I'm going to leave you with that. All right, welcome back. So, for no further ado, let me flip this around so you can see what my wife got me. Dun, dun, dun. Bambu Lab P1 series. So P1S from Bambu Lab. This is a 3D printer. So excuse my little mess here. I've got all my replicates lined up over here, still in boxes that I still need to put up, and some other collectibles and some trans lights and all kinds of stuff here in the corner of my office, but having to rearrange some stuff and get ready to make room for this new toy here. So we're going to open this up today and check it out and probably make our first print. Do our first benchy, as they call it. I've got a lot to learn. So I've been looking at it, and the more I've looked at it, the more I realize I don't know a thing, and the more I realize, the more I'm going to have to learn. So gotta go ahead and start opening this up, because I did see when I brought it in, it did have this spot here. You know, this might tell you something, but of course when I picked it up from outside on the porch when it came in, 'cause it came in a couple days after Christmas, of course this part right here, guess where it was facing? It was facing down. So even though these big red signs says this side up, it was facing down, upside down. And I did not see that it had this spot in the bottom, so I'm going to hope nothing's wrong with it, but we're going to open it up here and check it out and see if we can't make our first print with it and go through the setup of the initial setup of one. So let me get this camera set up and we'll start working through it. All right, let's jump into this thing and see what all we need to do. We didn't cut the tape on it, and we don't have to worry about that. We're going to open it up. All right, first things first, please keep this box. We strongly recommend keeping this box to be used in case of return or warranty claim. The original box provided best protection for shipping to avoid any damage. So it has a unboxing tutorial that you can watch. I've got my old phone here. I'm going to scan it up and bring it up and check it out, and we'll be right back with you. So let me get this scanned, and I'll bring it up on this old phone, as I'm recording with this new phone, with my, well, newest phone. All right, let me pause this and I'll be right back with you guys, and we'll keep moving forward. All right, so first things first, it says to open her all the way up here. Get that back out of the way. Pull out our comb here, put it to the side. I'm going to tear this off. I'm going to tear that off, pull these out. And then it says to use these. You lift it straight up and put it onto where you're going to place it. So let's see what happens. All right, that is up there. All right, and on just a second here, get everything reset so we can continue moving forward. Okay, with the box reset here, this would have been the side that spot was on. So I don't see anything with the plastic still on, but we'll come back and check it again here in a minute. We're going to tear all this plastic off of it and start opening her up. All right. So this spot to get it. Let me get my knife here. Plastic off. Let me set my knife down here. All right, pick this up, slide that off. All right. I tell y'all, I could not believe it when I got this from her. If you'd asked it back around Christmas, she always asks, hey babe, what do you want for Christmas? This, that, and the other. And it's normal for me to say stuff like, oh, I'll take a Godzilla pinball machine or, some fun stuff like that I always end up bringing up or sending her. Well, I sent in this year. I've got a buddy that's got one of these. He said these are the ones to have. Well, I've been looking at them, been wanting them. So I sent her to this one just as a joke, thinking, oh, just give me this, babe. It's no big deal. Well, lo and behold, it came to Christmas time, and apparently I was a good enough boy this year that she got it for me. So to say I was astonished and surprised is an understatement. So, got the little quick start guide here. Please review the entire guide before operating. So we'll come back and review that. As of right now, looking at the video, we need to continue to take all this stuff off here and continue to get it unpacked. Then we'll come back and we'll refer back to this quick start guide. And this right here is what we're going to end up printing today, is this little benchy, is what they call them here. So I'm sure there's people out there that know a lot more about this than I do, so I'm just getting started with it. I've still got a lot to learn, so just what I needed, another nice hobby to play with. But I've been looking at these and been wondering, and then would never take the plunge, but the wife went ahead and took the plunge for me, so we're going to learn now. Of course, that means there's probably something I need to make for her. I'm sure she's seen some things that she wants me to make that's out there and available to be made. But I'm excited for it, especially with all the possibilities once you get good at the 3D modeling. Possibilities for modding at pinball. As you all know, if it's in pinball, you all see all kinds of 3D stuff getting printed every day for mods for pinball. So it's a pretty big deal. Not trying to do it for everybody else at this time, maybe one day, but at the moment right here, it's going to be just for me. So this is actual glass that goes on the top. It's not plastic or anything, so you need to be extra careful with it. Let me get my knife out here and cut this plastic off. Get a spot going maybe on the end. Maybe we can slide it out. Maybe. All right. So if anybody out there that's watching this has some has one of these model printers or has some information or some basic stuff I need to know, as always, you can reach out in the comments. Let me know, because that's one thing I've learned since I've got it and started doing some research before I opened it. Was there's gobs and gobs of information out there, gobs and gobs of filament, gobs and gobs of different ways to do things. I mean, it's just there's a lot to learn and a lot to do. So I know I've got a lot to learn with all this to figure out and to get good at it, but there's only one way to learn, and to me, the best way for me to learn, I can look at 1,000 videos or I can do it once, and I usually learn it by doing. So we're going to do it by once. So there goes our top piece. That's there. Has the nice little Bambu Labs cover. We're going to set that to the side for now, out of the way, so it doesn't get messed up, and drop this part back into the box just in case. Pull these ones off the sides and the front here. Get some of that cheap thrill. ASMR. ASMR, what everybody likes, right? So there you go. People like to hear that sound. Cheap thrills. Alright, put that inside. Oh man. We got all kinds of stuff shoved inside of here too, so we'll get this to come out. Sweet. All right, cool. So with that also, let's take a look inside here. So when you get to the inside, this is what you see. Of course, this is the glass door as well. It looks like we got a nice little goodie box filled with all kinds of stuff in here as well. So we'll pull that out in a minute and look at it. Still have the spot here to pull off of that connector for your screen that goes on the front. And we'll go ahead and pull this off here maybe. All right. Let's stick to the side. We'll go ahead and pull this box out. Looks like it's got all kinds of fun stuff in it. All right. Got some more foam and stuff on the head, some plastic, some zip ties. That's where the filament fills in through here. Now, the one thing I don't have yet is an AMS unit, so that's something that's going to have to become later. Which that makes it to where you can print different colors without changing the spools and doing all that stuff. So, that's another $350 for that unit there. But looking at it, I think that's a must-have as well. So, with this, I'm going to some super dry desiccant that's in there, which is very important from everything I've been reading when it comes to this filament. Pull this up and out maybe. Well, not quite yet. Pull this one up and out. That's got something else that's in it as well. What is that? The LED lamp kit is what's in there. Alright, so I've got that to still get out. Get you set back up here, and I'm going to refer back to that video real quick, because that's about as far as I went, and just make sure I don't mess anything up. Be right back with you. Alright, just pick this up and out. There we go. Still want to force anything. Nothing else in that. Put it over the box. Alright. Some other foams and stuff down here in the bottom. Yeah, I'll wait on those just a second. Raise y'all up for this part. Sorry for a little bump in here. But this is what it showed to do here with these. Just to take that. No, I don't know. Push it up and over. I'm going to snip those first back here on the back, because you can't go anywhere with this one, right? Snip that. And then it says bring it up and over. Nice and smooth. Snip this one. And move the cardboard off the tool head. Oh. Move the green here. Okay. Move this out. Man, oh man. Getting excited. Getting excited. Alright. We'll be right back. We further the video, see what I need to do with this to get these out here. Let me be right back with you. Alright, according to the video, next thing we do is open up the accessory box here. So, get to see what all's inside here. Oh, one more at the bottom here. That's got them all. Yep, a little bit more on each side there. So this should have several things in it. Should have our screen, our spool holder, our unclogging tool, our manual, our power cable, another accessory box, and filament, and the PTFE tube, it says. So let's open it up and see what we got. All right. So first things first, some PLA basic filament in green. So bamboo green. Just some PLA basic filament. This there, which kind of has a gauge on it too. It looks like this right here. Tell you how much is left on the roll. So that's kind of neat. Kind of looking at the holes that are there, kind of tell you how much is left. I think. Don't quote me, as I'm new, but I think that's what that is. And this is a reusable spool, so you can buy the refills from Bambu and reuse these spools whenever you're getting it. So we'll set that to the side. Our power cord. I'll go ahead and take this off. One way or the other. Twist it 1,000 different ways. All right. It's our tube. Safety guidelines. Being a safety guy, better read those guidelines so how to operate my equipment safely. There's our spool holder. And that is metal. It's got a couple of screws that holds it in the back, I do believe. There that is. There's our screen. It goes and mount to the front of the printer there. Set that right there for now. And then another little accessory kit here. I don't see anything else in there, so maybe that scraper and stuff is inside of this box here. Let's see. Pull this out of the way. Alright, let's see what's in this one. Okay. So, we got some screws for our extruder. Screws for the hot end. For printed phone holder. So apparently there's a phone holder that you can print that goes along with this. For the scraper, so these are blades here, I believe, for that scraper that you can print. For the spool holder. That goes with that. At least I know that. I have no idea. Looks like another head, possibly. I don't know. Like I said, there's so much stuff I don't know. Yeah, this says is our .04 Bambu Lab. I think that's another head. I think. Don't quote me. Thermal grease and some lubricant grease and thermal grease. So one tube of thermal and several little spots of some lubricant grease. A spring of some type that's inside there. Don't know. And some Allen head wrenches. Okay. But I'm going to put those back in there for right this moment to see what the next step is. And I will be right back with you. I don't misplace anything. Well, one more thing while we're opening up that stuff. Let's get out this lamp here as well. And take a look at it. LED lamp kit -001. Designed by Lynn and Gleason. Thanks, Lynn and Gleason. All right. Scan QR code with Bambu handy to print. So get this dude opened up here and see what's in there now. Be right back. There we go. So it just pops open underneath the end. We got some two-sided tape and our light bulb there with the switch. USB simple light bulb or USB LED lamp. Okay. There's some instructions in there as well. All right. Be right back. So the first thing he's going to do here, I'm going to put this closed for right now. He is going to put the screen in. Get this dude opened up here. All right. Let's see there. And looking at the way it goes, looks like it's going to go right in just like so. And snap in. Alright. See if there's any way that comes through or how it sits in there. Don't want to force anything, so let me get a little closer look here. Alright. Looks like it goes in here and slides over. Get that lined up in there with that slot, that cord. And slides over. Just like so. Alright. Didn't see that. SD card holders, what goes right there. Okay, now I know. I'm only covered for right now though. Alright, next thing is going to remove some screws. Let me revert back to my video. I think it's all the ones that are red on the inside here. I think there's 3 of them. I'm going to get one here, and one here. Looks like those are Allen head screws. Let me grab that wrench and get right to them. Alright, these 3 here. Let's remove these 3. One. Drop them in my box there. The next one's over here in the corner. That little red arrow. No, not quite ready. Alright, there's 2. And the last one is straight in the back. Right here. And as always, I've always got to drop something. Let me grab my magnet and I'll be right back so I can get that screw out. There we go. I always got to have a good magnet. There we go. So the next step is, thanks for putting on that spool. So hang on just a moment. All right, the next spot. Get around here to the back here. Yeah, up here at the top, let's see, I might raise it up here so you guys can see it. It's got the spool holder. It's going to go right here. It only has one screw in it though. I wonder if one of those other ones will go in. So it is kind of missing that one. It looks like it's supposed to have two that's there. But we do have these two, so just take this one out. Let me make sure first. Yep. And it is labeled with top right here, so that knows which ways goes up. And drop that. Not much on that one. All right. Now I am going to go ahead and use these two screws here that says it's for the spool holder. And I'm going to put that one back into this bag. If my hands can open this little bag. There we go. 1, 2, drop that one back in there. 1, 2, buckle my spool. Get both of them started here. One started, get this one started. Alright. Bounce back and forth on these so they can come in straight. Right through that end so I can keep it straight there. That'll work perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm just going to give another little quarter turn here just to make sure it's snug. Alright, so that's there. Check out what's next. I believe we are getting close. There's the next step, says to plug in the power cable. So, get the power cable out here and close this box back up with these other parts in it. Maybe I don't need those just yet. I don't want to lose anything either. Alright. Plug that in. That back. Yeah, make sure you plug it in the wall here. Alright. Let's move this spool out of the way. Pull off the cover. Plug her in here, big guy. That's the end. This is going to be our power switch, but I'm going to spin it around here before I hit that power switch. Whoop, sorry, didn't mean to cram it all the way in your face there. Alright. Yeah, it says hit the power switch, so we're going to hit the power switch. Oh, look like we have power. For use, please make sure that you have read the user manual carefully. Alright, so let me pause this video and see what the next step is on their video to make sure we're not missing nothing. Be right back. Alright, since to remove this padding next, It showed their heat bed raising up. Let me hit next. Let me hit OK. Please, for use, please make sure that you have removed the screw fixed to the hot bed. Which one is that? These go all the way underneath there. Don't see any of the other screws affixed there. Next. Select your region. North America. Alright, so I'm going to have to stop this. I'm going to set some of this stuff up here and get this other stuff out. But I'm going to have to get on my phone here to set up this Wi-Fi code and get all that squared away and get it configured. So I'll be right back. So I can get all that stuff set up and we'll continue moving from there. Alright. Got it all set up now, and as it says, now we're going to run our first self-test. Let's run the self-test routine to check the status of your printer. And we're going to hit start. We're going to hit OK here in just a second, but just FYI, it also says down at the bottom of the manual here, whoop, throw it on the ground. Oh, sorry. Get you locked in there. Apologize. It says, do not remove the protective foam from beneath the hotbed until after the initial calibration is complete. That's what we're about to run, so I'm glad we didn't try to force and pull that out. Back up and look and make sure what's going on, take our time. Alright, so with that, I guess we're going to hit start, which is okay. Gonna run it up here. It's normal for it to do all that shaking and moving and vibration. It's got its limits. I'm taking it. That's going to take off. Oh wow. Didn't expect that. Self-test run. I'm not going to bore y'all with this self-test. I'll come back whenever it is done running its test. Just checking back in. It's going to take off again. It's getting a high-pitched hum that's going as well. Looking like we're about halfway through. My head is moving. See, you have a little bit of dust and stuff on that heat bed. Light on the side here turning on. It's built in so you can see. So it has two lights, I guess. There's the one over there. These also do too in the top left hand corner when it's running through the head test. There's also a camera that sets up over in here so you can be able to watch your prints and send it to your phone as well. That's built in. So that is pretty cool as well, so you can check in on your prints and stuff when they're going, from my understanding. Alright, so where I'm at right now is, let me get you off of here. It says that there is new firmware available. Do you want to update it? We're going to update it, run the update, and then we'll come back and continue. See you bye guys and ladies in just a minute. Alright, firmware was successfully updated, so we've got that. Let me pull this back, so now that I know that's done running the calibration, it's going to pull these out. Pull that off. I smell it, it's warmed up for sure. Alright, let me shut it back here again. Hit confirm. Alright, let me see what this is. Be right back. Alright, we got it here. It says she's ready to print, but we don't have any filament in yet. So let's load up some filament here and then we'll move on to the next step. Just a second, let's see how all this goes. Alright, so we're going to put it in a spool holder here. Then we're going to push it through this hole here. So we're going to open up this that came with the printer itself. Let's see. Got my scissors here to open this up. This is just some PLA basic green that says to recommend for your first print. It did come with a couple of free gifts as well. We'll check those out in a minute. Alright, we'll pull that out. Kind of excited. Getting pretty excited. First print ever. Alright, so we'll take that off. I'll trim off that little bit right there. Hope that's okay to do. Guess we'll find out. We're going to put this, well, I'm going to slide this out a little bit to get this on here. And it says to continue to push it in until you can't push it any further. So we're going to feed it in. And you can see it going through the tube, through the top, down to the head. And it stopped. So now that's stopped. Push it back here. We'll come around here to the front. Whoop. Sorry about that. Big balls you get you around. Alright, so we got that in there. Gonna go back to our manual here. It says to select the second one down, which is your head. And heat the nozzle to the recommended temperature for the filament. Select down, then E, then down several times until the filament comes out from the nozzle. It cannot be pulled out from the PTF tube anchor manually. Okay. So, guess we'll try that first. So, first things first, we're going to go down to here. says heat the nozzle. Does that just hit okay? Let me do a little research here. Hang on just a moment. Okay, guess we're going to learn together here. It says to heat that, so do I go get this back out? I hit okay. Okay. I have no idea what any of this means. I have no idea. I'm going to come back, do some research, come back to this one. Okay, figured it out. So what we do is hit the button, you come over to here, and it'll be to 220. I was just overlooking it here on the book. It was giving me the numbers right here. That's heat your nozzle. Okay. So we're going to wait till that gets up to 220 there. Okay, that's showing the recommended temperature. So this is plus 10, minus 10, plus 1, minus 1, so you can dial it in pretty quickly or to where it needs to be. Okay. Go back over here, come to E, and it says hit down several times till the filament comes out from the nozzle. So let me drop you guys down where you can see as well. You can see both here. Y'all are learning right along with me as it is. Oop. But before it does that, it also is showing my bed being at 20 degrees. So let me do something here. Let me back over here. So that's showing 20 and 20. That way I'll match everything that's on the in the book that's there. That's my heat bed, I'm thinking. That's what that's going to be at, is 20. You guys can see that there. Yeah, it just got to 20. So now you got 220, 220. Now showing 21 and 20, which is close, right? So that's where I'm getting these from, is directly from the book. Talk about our first print. So I'm just trying to make that match exactly what they have. So now I'm going to hit back here. It says to come to E. And hit down several times. If I go, okay, there we go. Yeah. See, that's the thing moving here. Yep, I see that moving back there in the back now. It says hit that several times till the filament comes out of the nozzle and can now be pulled out from the PTFT anchor manually. So, oops, sorry, I didn't bump in. if I can get in here and actually see the... Okay, I see it coming out of the nozzle back there. Let me open it up, maybe you guys can see in the back. You can see the green right there coming out. Okay. Alright, so we got that. It says you can't pull it out manually, so let me try. Nope, so that feels like it's good and locked in. Alright. So next thing. We're going to go to this section here in the book. We're going to go to our files, and then we're going to go to our benchy here. So we're going to select the file. They recommend use one of the preloaded files for a test print. All preloaded files can be printed with PLL Basic or PFL Mat. So this is PLA Basic. So we're going to go back over here. Back. Down to our files. And I think everybody is, that's your thing you're supposed to do is the benchy. So, just let you see me go back to where we was at. So we were up over here, right? So we came down to this file section here. And I'm going to come over here. You got a scraper and stuff. It's some stuff I'm going to have to, a scraper grip that goes along with those blades that was in that box we talked about earlier. But 3D benchy. And I'm going to hit OK. And that's what it says, 3D benchy by Creative Tools. PLA. Okay. And then let me see where I'm at. I'm going to do that, and we're going to hit print. And it looks like we got something going here. Let's see what happens. The light is on. And it says we have 26 minutes till it's fully printed right here. So we'll see what it does. I'm going to stop you guys right here before it starts. That way I can get a separate file for this print.